Okay, perfect. So, Assalamu alaikum. Hi. I hope you're all doing good. And first of all, let me thank Professor Hussain for organizing this beautiful event for you all. And I'm very happy to speak to you all uh, because we always need young people to grow their future. So I'm glad to share my experience, my personal knowledge, my personal thoughts on this career guidance. And I hope this session will be helpful for all of you. And I think you have learned something about me. My name is Azim. I'm working at Hunar University as an associate professor. I am from Pakistan. My hometown is Sahiwal. It's near to Lahore. I don't know if I think you know this place, but I don't know if any of you are from this region. And thank you, National Skills University. In this session, yes. So this is our basic overview of this session. What is career? What are career options available for young people? And how to achieve success in career and how to prepare for career. And then in the end, we will have question and answer session. And okay, in this lecture, I will try to use some bilingual, because I will need some time to think in both languages, but I will try my best to speak. If there is something that you don't understand, or if there is something that confuse you more, we will have this question answer session in the end. So you can ask me any questions in any language that we both can understand. So let's begin this session. The first is, what is career? I think some of you have some ideas about career. So let's see, what is career? You can give it a thought in your brain for a few seconds. What do you know about career? So what is career? Career is not a job. This is the first thing that we need to understand. Job is different from career. Job is a part of career, but career is different from a job. So what is a career? Career is a occupation or profession. It's a lifelong course. It's a part of our life. We start this career in very early beginning of our life, and it goes along with our life. So this is the definition I got from the dictionary.com. The occupation or profession, it followed our life work. It starts with our birth and it ends with the life we end. So this is a career. Career, it's a course or progress through life. In the next slide, I will show you another introduction like this. Career, we start our life, we stay 5 years at home or in preschool education or in early years of education. Then we go to school, we select different courses, we select different types of subjects in school. In the later years of school, probably in Pakistan, we have this option in matriculation and intermediate stage where we can select specific courses. I think most of you have passed that stage. You have made decisions in matric, you have made decisions in intermediate. So you have started your career in specific discipline in the intermediate. Now you are in university, so you all have a specific career path. So after university, you will have another selection, that is the industry selection. That is a place where you want to go after university. When you enter that place, you will work for several years. You become expert in that field. And then you will work another few years, like 5, 10, 15, 20 years. You will become senior expert in that field. And after becoming senior expert, when you think your body or your brain or your parts are not sufficient to work anymore, you think it's time for me to get retired and live my life somewhere peacefully. So this is a career. And job is just a different task that we perform at a specific place, like a workplace. So that is a job. You can think few examples, like I am working for a university. So higher education or field of education is my profession. And I go to teach some courses. These are my job tasks that I do. It's same like other people, like for a doctor, that health discipline is his or her profession or her career. So that means he or she wants to grow in the field of health. So if he decides to sit on a chair and do the diagnostic tests on different people, then those are his job tasks. Some people, they want to sit in office with a stethoscope and check. Some people, they choose surgery and they do surgeries. Some people, they choose radiology, like they check x-rays and medical reports. So those are the job tasks. But the career is the profession in the health. So it's the same with you. Now you are somewhere in the university, and you have made decisions. You have somewhere in your career, and after university, you will go to industry. You will have another period of selection. So I hope this session will help you to make good decisions and to guide you in those decision makings. So I hope the first part, the what is career, you have understood, and you have started your career, and you are at some specific place in your career. So next, what are the career options? For career options, we need to first understand what are the nature of works. If you go to any organization, you go to any specific discipline, there are different types of work that we call job tasks or tasks for different jobs. First, management. You go to any institution, you go to any university, you go to any educational institution, you go to any company, good company, small companies, they have this management section specific for managing their every day, every week, and every monthly operations. Like they have a corporate management, sales management, performance management, talent management, employee management, and they have a material management. They have a different types of management in any field. Second, business. You have an opportunity to develop an international business, or you work in development of business. You help companies to develop their business, help them to grow their business. The third is finance. There are different sections in finance: corporate finance, planning and advising, banking, accounting, investment, insurance. These are all different types of finance options: marketing, advertising, planning, events organizing for marketing, IT. In IT, you have a sports section. Like many companies, they need a sports staff. So the sports staff helps the employees to run their technology, repairing, and new web resources. This was very hot in the past 2 decades. Like you can develop new resources, new websites, new applications, and it is still very hot. You help companies to develop their new web resources, new applications. You transform their daily operations to online operations. So this is very interesting and very innovative, especially for people who are working in IT section. And IT supervision is another field, and management, IT managing or IT management is another good field where you can grow you can work. And manufacturing industry, they have a labor, design, innovation, assemble, construction. So the first thing that you need to decide is what type of work you think you can do and what type of work you think is suitable for you. There are many people who can tell you that this is the good work for you, this is the best work for you, but you need to know what is best for you and what you can do best. These two things, I can take a guess, maybe you should try this. Maybe someone else will help you someone else will tell you, maybe you need to do this. But you are the only one, or I am the only one who can decide for myself or for yourself. So this is the nature of work. Now, types of industry. I think there are many industry types. Some of the industry you can even remind now, some maybe you don't know, but it still exists, like education. We are sitting in an education institution. Bank is very near to you. Automobile industry. And all those nature of works that we have discussed in the previous slide, all those nature of works are valid for all types of industry in some form. Automobile, electricity, telecommunications. This is a very good. Now we have a 4G. In some countries, they have even started 5G. So it is very good for technology. What people are working in technology industry. Then we have a cement industry. It is a very good industry even in Pakistan. Beverages is a very hard developing industry. Chemicals, plastic, courier, smart technology, electronics, entertainment, food, agriculture, pesticides, construction, tobacco, paints, petrochemicals, retail, sugar, textiles, transportation, tourism, tea, coffee, healthcare, hotels, packaging, and many more. These are all types of industry that need all types of works, nature works. So when you understood that what type of work you want to do, the next thing for you is the selection of industry. Which industry you want to grow, or which industry attracts you more. There is a space in every industry. There are different challenges in every industry. There are different benefits in different industries. So each industry may have different experience from another industry, but you need to think that what type of industry you are interested in, where you want to work, how you want to develop yourself. And this is very important, developing yourself in one industry. If we keep changing industries, we may become all-rounder in different industries, but we may not become expert in all these. So if you grow yourself in one industry, then there are more chances that you become expert in that industry. Then after a few years, you will become senior expert in that industry. So this is very important step. Maybe sometimes, and it is a lifelong process. It's not like I decide to go to bank sector. When I enter into the bank sector jobs, I started working there. Maybe they have a different experience from what I have imagined. Maybe I will have a different experience from what I have learned from my friends, uh, my colleagues. So it's all different types of experience we may have in each industry. So it's a lifelong process, lifelong learning process. You need to learn throughout your life. So you have decided the nature of work. You may have decided the type of industry that you want to work after finishing your university. Now, the third step is how to achieve success in your career, how to make your career successful, what you need to do, as a person, as a student, as an employee, to improve yourself, to make yourself best in that specific field. So there are, if you check the career development sector, there are different models. There are many models developed by many different career consultants, and all models are aimed to help individuals improve their career goals, improve their career development, improve their career objectives. So here I have selected this model. This is a life and career model. You have 3 stages in this model. The first is you learn to live. The second is you learn to learn. The third is you learn to work. I will explain this later. And they have I chose these words to make the things easier. There are different words in the vocabulary, or in the vocabulary of the model, but I chose these words so it makes things easier for university students. Learn to live, learn to learn, and learn to work. And here you are. And what we do for this. We do everything to have a good life. So learn to live, learn to learn, and learn to work will help you to get this good life. Now, the first is learn to live. What is learn to live? It's your personal development. What is the personal development? In personal development, you learn about yourself, who you are. This is the first thing that you need to learn. That is who you are. It's easy to say, my name is, but it doesn't mean what is my name. It means who really I am, what type of person I am. The second is self-recognition. Why did you come to this world? School, university, profession, work. These are the questions you need to ask at different stages in your career. You are born in this world. Why were you born? There is a common concept, even in our religion, even in the science, that we are born to make this world better. So why do you go to school? Why do I go to school? To learn some knowledge, to improve myself, to improve my skills, to improve my knowledge. University. Advance the knowledge I have learned in the school. I have studied a lot of books. You have studied a lot of books in the school. So when you go to university, you advance your knowledge further. After university, you go to profession. Why do you choose this profession? I have an aim to improve something in this profession. Why you choose to work at specific job place? Because I want to improve this, because I think I am interested in doing this. Maybe it has good salary. That's why I chose this. So there are different purposes. So you need to ask yourself this second question. The third, your skills. What can you do? What you have learned in school, in university, from the society, from different people around you. So what can you do? What skills you have mastered? What type of work can you do? What type of qualities that you have that can help other companies or other people? The fourth, yes, what do you want to do? This is your aims and goals in your life. For example, me, I have always wanted to be a teacher. I will tell you later, maybe if we have a time, my life story, but here you need to ask yourself, what are your aims in your life? What do you want to do? What is the best thing you can do? And what do you really want to do? If you do that you really want to do, you will enjoy doing it. If I send someone to do some task that he or she doesn't like, most probably they will hate their job and they will hate me more. So this is the best and most important question to ask yourself. Now the fifth, where do you want to see yourself after 10, 20, 30, or 5 years, or 1 year, or 2 years? Where do you want to see yourself? That is your plan for your career. After 10 years, I want to be this. After 15 years, I want to be higher than this. And then after 20 years, I want to be at the top. So in any career, things doesn't happen like this. Things doesn't happen like this. Things happens step by step. We climb the stairs step by step. So here is the same. The learn to live is the same. You need to ask yourself these questions to understand yourself. Once you understand yourself, once you understand your goals and objectives and your desires to do work, then the next stop is learn to learn. In learn to learn, we learn basic concepts about knowledge. We learn knowledge, basic concepts, skills, practical abilities, decision making. How can we make better decisions and informed awareness? That means we have a good source of information in our brain, so our brain works better to make good decisions. The problem solving. This is the fourth. We use different methods. We try different methods to solve the problem. We try different techniques. Sometimes we need to think out of the box. We need to find some useful resources to solve some problems. So we need to try to be this problem solving. The third is goal setting, the target oriented, critical thinking. This is very important. That means we need to look at one thing from different viewpoints. Critical thinking doesn't mean we criticize someone. It doesn't mean we criticize some specific action. Critical thinking means we have this ability to look at one thing from different viewpoints, from different perspectives. For example, if I ask you, you need to work for this company. So the first thing in your mind should come is, why is he asking me to work for this company? What is my background? Who am I? What is that company for? What type of skills do I have? What type of career do I need? So after seeing all these things, then we can think, maybe I should try that, or maybe I think, no, I respect your viewpoints, I respect your advice, but I think it's not suitable for me because I don't have these skills, but my skills are this, and I want this in my life. So this is a critical thinking. Many students, even in students who come to my campus here, they always get confused about this critical thinking. They think critical thinking means we criticize anyone. If we don't like something, we just start criticizing it. It's not like we don't like something and we start criticizing it. It's not that critical thinking. Critical thinking means we look at one thing from different perspectives. So logical reasoning, we always need some logic, some evidence for whatever we want to do. And then this is the one thing that we need to, we get this from school or from home or from university or from practice. Interpersonal and communication skills. How can we talk about ourselves effectively? When you meet someone first time, they don't know about you. If I meet you first time, most of you don't know me. So if I have these good communication skills, I can explain myself better and more effectively, so you can get to know me easily. So these skills are very important, and you need to practice. These skills comes with practice. This is a third thing, learn to work. The first is understanding. It doesn't matter what type of work you choose, what type of industry you choose. The first thing that we need is understanding the relationship among personal qualities, education, training, and the world of work. The personal qualities that I have, the education or the skills I have learned in university, the training I have got from the different companies, and the real world of work. We need to understand they can be similar, they can be different. The second is application. The knowledge we have learned In school, the knowledge we have learned from our personal characteristics, the knowledge we have learned from the society. How can we apply that knowledge in work? Problem solving, we learn in school, we learn in the university. The decision-making skills, we learn in university. Communication skills, how can we apply them in real work settings? Exploring. You always need to keep exploring yourself and keep exploring the opportunities around you. Performance. It's always positive attitude towards work and ability to work together. That means you have a positive attitude towards work and positive attitudes towards your colleagues. Then identify how public awareness relates to work. This is very interesting because it's not only you who understand your work, you need to let people understand your work. Whenever you go to your friends, your family, they often ask you, what work do you do? So to make yourself important in those settings, you need to explain to them that your work is very important and you're doing really good. You're doing something good for yourself, for the society, and for the country, and for the world. So this is a psychological point of view. This is very interesting theory. This is a theory by one psychologist, Maslow. He gave this theory that this is a hierarchy of needs, like what type of needs each individual have. There are different steps. The last step, the self-actualization, this step is at the top because when you achieve this self-actualization, that means you have accomplished something in your life. You are satisfied with the life you have lived for the past few decades. So the first is physiological needs. That means we need food, water, temperature, weather. These are our physiological needs. Our body needs sleep, relaxation, activity, exercise. These are physiological needs that our body needs. These are our body needs. The safety needs, that means our body needs protection. Protection, like a protection from the temperature. We build houses to do that. And the second is security of health, security of money, routine, and familiarity. This is the second need. The third is love and belongings. We build relationships. We have people around us, friends, family, even the society, friends of our friends, relatives of our relatives. So we need love. We need belongings. We need to belong to someone. Then esteem needs, self-esteem, self-respect. We need a respect of others, like they respect us. They value our work. They respect us, so we also respect them. This is cognitive needs, the knowledge, skills, education, aesthetic needs, innovative. I like something, I want to buy it. And I have good resources to buy that. I like some painting, I like this, I like that, I can buy that. That is aesthetic needs. If we have received, we have all these needs, then in the end, we can say, I have accomplished something. I can say that I have a successful career. So this self-actualization is very important. And if you are interested more, you can just search Maslow's, the word Maslow in Google, you will find his theory, and it's very effective. So we have got wisdom now. We have learned different concepts in our career development model. Now what? Think of two things. One, do you want to become an employee at a company, or you want to be a leader of your own company or firm? That is we call entrepreneurship. This is a very hot and very good topic for young, especially for young individuals, for young students. Different universities across the world, they have set specific departments, they have established specific centers to train their students so that they can understand the basic concepts about being entrepreneur and start their own startups. So you need to understand two things. One, what do you want to work, and who do you want to work for? You want to work for a company, or you want to start your own firm? And these are the three small business entrepreneurs that most relative for students, because they need less maybe experience, or they need less resources in terms of capital, in terms of personnel, so food and restaurant, retail, and business services. Now the fourth is how to prepare for career. So here the most of the things are for if you're working for a company, but we will have something for entrepreneurship later if we get some time. So the practical expertise, what practical expertise you need during university and after university. First, self-awareness. That means you learn about yourself. Expertise in making good CV, proficiency in using good resources, good source of information, preparing yourself for new tasks. So first is self-awareness. And if you apply in international settings, like to international companies, and if you read their job descriptions, they ask you to write a cover letter. What is a cover letter? Cover letter is basically a short summary of yourself, of your life, of your educational background, your skills during educational background, your skills that you acquired during some previous jobs, and your goals and objectives in your career. So that's why self-awareness is very important if you really want to write a good cover letter. So to write a cover letter, you need to write your strengths, your personal weakness, your interests, hobbies, skills, types of industry you want to work, and your previous achievements. And whenever you apply for a job, these things you need to keep in your brain, because these things are very important. Nature of work, place of work, the expected salary you may get for that job, expected requirements, and expected duty hours. These are the things that you need to keep in your brain when you are applying for a job. So this is a good writing skills. I don't have a lot of time, but I will try to explain some parts here. This is, I got this from Center for Career Development, Princeton University, US. They have a Center for Career Development, and on their website, this information is openly available. Maybe if you want, you can even download it from their website. And many universities, they have their career development centers in the West. So, and most of that information is for their students and for the students in general. So you just go to different career development centers at different universities. You can download their information, and it is really useful for writing good CV and writing good cover letter and other types of letter. So look at here. This is the introduction about yourself. The left part is the week. I am this. This writing is to apply for a journalism job, like content writing. So the week, he just writes, I'm a junior sociology major seeking a summer journalism internship. Then we have a better. It explains more about yourself and the job you are applying. The best means it has the information about you, information about the job you're applying, and your goals and ambitions for this job. So it's just using different words and explaining yourself more is helpful to let the person understand you and to understand your goals, to understand your career objectives, to understand your skills. Now here, this is about me. Another section. I have a strong writing skills and I'm proficient in Microsoft Publisher and Adobe InDesign. But in better, you just change the contents and the structure of the writing and to use better action verbs and action words so they can help you to write a good structure. So in the better, it explains more skills that he has acquired in his educational institution, and the best, it says he has these specific skills in creativity, and he has good experience, and he is confident enough to do this job. The third is writing tips. The third tip, about the organization content. You need to explain something about the organization where you are applying for a job. You need to tell them that you are familiar with their firm, with their company, with their job description. You have visited their website. You have some knowledge about. It's not a blind that I just saw a CV on a website and I saw a job description on the website and I just randomly send email to the company. And then the conclusion. How do you want to close your letter? So there are different words, different ways. So the second is expertise in making good CV. When you read international job advertisements, you most probably read one word or two, or both of these words. One is CV, another is resume. It's the same word like resume, but it's a different meaning. When we use it for career, we we pronounce it resume. So then the second is we need a good format. Personal profile. This is the contents in the CV. That what is a personal profile, contact information, work experience, education experience, your skills, and some additional sections if you have. You have awards and honors, you have volunteer work experience, certification and licenses, projects. In certification and licenses, you need to be very careful for the job you're applying for. So you need to use this relevant certificates and licenses. For example, if you are applying for a driver's job, probably you need a driving license. So if you're applying for teaching, you don't need to write your driving license in your CV because that is not relevant for your job. So projects you have worked on, hobbies, your interests, qualifications, extracurricular activities, and accomplishments, associations, publications, languages, training, conferences. These are the different additional informations that if you have, you need to add them, or if the job description requires it and you have them, you need to report them. Job description doesn't require them, and they are not relevant to the job, you don't need to write them in your CV. So these are some action words. I downloaded this also from Princeton University. They have these words are called action verbs. We use these words to explain our goals ourselves, to write short objectives, goals, explanations of ourselves, our experience. Appointed, approved, assigned, like assigned some tasks, appointed at some specific job, chaired, consolidated, controlled. So there are different action words that you can use in your CV or your cover letter. So for formats, there are thousands of formats available on google.com. You search CV formats. We don't have Google in China. We have a Microsoft Bing or some other Chinese. So we often use this Bing or Baidu or others. So it doesn't matter where you are, they have search engines. You write CV formats, you will find thousands of different formats. So you need to choose some that you think are interesting and simple and informative. Even Microsoft Word, I think Microsoft Word, you all use Microsoft Word. Microsoft Word also have these templates for CVs, and they have a different templates for different industries. So you need to just search and then download their format and edit that format into your own CV. Another advice: one, make a good CV. Second, do not same CV to every company. It's especially for the international company. First, read the job descriptions. Different companies, even for the same job, they have a different descriptions because they have a very specific requirements for the job, for the employee that they want to recruit. So always read job descriptions carefully, check your CV multiple times, compare it with the job descriptions, and change if there is something needs to be changed, and then send it to the company. This is the third advice. So good resources, that is the networking. This is a very good, very effective networking. You need to meet people to know about the people and to grow your network. The more people you have in your network, the better information you may have, or the better advice you may get from the experts. So how can you do this? Some of you have some family resources, but most they don't have. So go to meetings, conferences, in-campus events, off-campus events, friends, referrals, teachers, universities, career guidance office, different places. Wherever you see an opportunity to meet people, go there, visit them, talk to them, tell them about yourself, learn about themselves, and then grow your network. The third is contact companies directly. Most international companies, they have a career section on their websites. The third, job advertisement platforms, Google, and some country specific. Like if you are searching for jobs in China, maybe Google will not help you, or it will help you, but it will not help you very effectively because most of the jobs in China are published in Chinese. So you need to find some Chinese, and then you can use Google to translate the web page. And the third is language specific, yes. So, and the fourth is LinkedIn or other platforms. So if you're applying for jobs in Saudi Arabia, they have platforms in English, but most of their local jobs are published in, I think, Arabic. It's the same in different countries. So job fairs are another good place where you can go visit people, meet different personnel from the companies, from the different organizations, talk to them, and learn what important jobs are they offering. Social media is a good source these days. Recruitment agencies, some agencies, they have signed agreements with the company, so they do this middleman service, especially people who are going to work in Gulf countries or other. They have some recruitment agencies or companies. But the third, this is very important, good source of information. In social media era, we have a lot of information available on social media, but it doesn't mean all of that information is correct. Most of the, I have seen majority of the times the information they write on social media, it's not correct. I open my Facebook every day, and many people write advertisements or their blogs or their posts on work from home, work for 5 hours online, and get this amount of money in your bank account. So for more details, contact us for this. I have never contacted them. And I'm really worried. I'm really interested to get some experience from someone who have contacted them, whether that information is correct or not. So the trustable source, this is the second thing. Whatever source you search, it should be trustable. Like if you're applying for some company, if you apply on that company's website, that is trustable. But if you apply from other platform, other sources, you need to be very careful that the information available is trustable. Ask seniors, teachers, friends about a company that you don't know or you cannot find information, correct information. Now, the third thing, This is very important. Whenever you work for international organizations, they don't ask you to give your passport to them. They don't ask you to give your ID card to them. They don't ask you to pay any money to them. This is very good information. They don't ask you, international companies, they don't ask you these informations at the first step. They may ask when you have been recruited, you have received their job offer letter from the real company, original company, then to process for the visa or the other things, they may need your background information or your uh, passport number or passport other things. But at the first step, they don't need your passport information. They don't need the page of your passport unless they write it in the job description. That's why you need to read job description very carefully. What are the things they have asked you to send to them? The critical view of online jobs. This is very important. I told you earlier. I'm telling it to you now. You always need to have a critical review of the jobs available online. In social media, we are all linked to social media. So we need to be very careful when we apply for the jobs online. They will not only waste our time if we find fake resources or fake job application, job descriptions. They will not only waste our time, but they will also waste our energy and our emotions. So read the job description very carefully and change your CV according to job description. So this is preparing yourself for new tasks. You need to prepare yourself for every challenge that you may have on every next step. You need to adopt to new tasks and challenges. Develop teamwork skills. In any company you work, any place you go, there will be people. There will be different types of people. Maybe different types of people, maybe people from different cultures, people with different language background, people with different economic backgrounds, people with different country background, different educational backgrounds. The fourth, in any company you work, you need to know that you are responsible of your actions. If someone asks you to do this and you do that, who will be responsible for that? Most probably you, because you did this. And even you say, even if you tell someone he asked me to do this, then most of the people will ask you, why did you listen to him? Why did you do this? So in international organizations, this is very important. You have to be very careful. So cultural awareness, yes. Negotiation and compromise. This is very good skill that you need. We all have dreams. We all have dream jobs. Sometimes our dreams come true. Sometimes life goes against our dreams. So we need to adapt ourselves to these new environments, to these new situations. So we need to keep negotiate ourselves with our people, with other people, with the boss, with the different people in our organizations, and sometimes we need to compromise. So to end this session, let's summarize. One, you need a good knowledge, good skills. You need good experience in teamwork, some practical skills. You need a confidence. You need to get ready for new challenges. You need to, you may need some help to climb the ladder, but remember, those hands have some limitation. They will not climb with you. They will support you at some extent, and after that extent, it's all you by yourself. You need to be aware of cultures and traditions wherever you are going to work or study or whatever you want to do. Life is a hard work. You need to work really hard, maybe sometimes beyond your imaginations. The life may go totally different from what you have expected in your life. And if you have all these skills, knowledge, work experience, you have acquired all these skills, you may think that you have accomplished something. So that is your success. You need to learn, train, instruction, practice. So it's a step-by-step process for you. Now, the last session, this is a question answer session. I think I have used more than 1 hour. So now let's have this question answer session, and it will be mostly in Urdu, I guess. So that's fine. So you just need to unmute yourself, or if you cannot unmute yourself, I can help you to unmute from here, from my control panel. Or if you think you want to type in a chat box, you can type your questions in the chat box. If you want to speak on a microphone, you just turn on your microphone and ask me any question. Okay, the session is yours now. Okay, let me. Okay, yes, okay. Okay, I have unmuted now. You can unmute yourself and ask questions.
So if any one of you guys have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we can just conclude this session over here.
Okay, we
Anyone
have a question I have. How important communication skill for us? Well, they are very important. They are very important.
Assalamualaikum.
Ji, walaikum salam.
If we have good communication skills but not have a good GPA, then
Okay, if you don't have a good GPA, but you have a good communication skills, then you shouldn't be worried about GPA because you know that you can explain it. You can explain your skills to the employee. Most probably, I think companies, they don't have.
nowadays everyone prefer to join a remote job like a freelancing and in the out of countries. So is it secured or not? Like as a future, if we think about our future and we do a remote job, it will be a secured job or not?
Well, it depends on the type of job. It depends करता है आप कौन सी जॉब कर रहे हैं. Freelancing में, it all depends on the type of job you're doing. जैसे COVID-19 के दौरान फर्स्ट 2 years में काफी सारे जो स्टूडेंट्स और वर्कर्स थे उन्होंने ऑनलाइन होमवर्क की जॉब की, जो कि स्टूडेंट्स को होमवर्क में हेल्प करते थे या होमवर्क करके देते थे. ये COVID-19 to 2020 और 2021 में बहुत अच्छी जॉब थी, लेकिन अब 2022 में ये जॉब खत्म हो गई है अभी भी, लेकिन अभी वो काम नहीं है जो उस वक्त था. ये एक मुझे अपना पर्सनल एक्सपीरियंस है कि काफ़ी सारे स्टूडेंट्स थे जिन्होंने मुझे उस वक्त कहा था कि अगर कोई ऑनलाइन फ्रीलांसिंग की जॉब हो इस तरह की होमवर्क की, एंड दे वर मेकिंग गुड मनी, बट व्हाट इज द सस्टेनेबिलिटी इन दैट? It is a good
Yes,
good
anyone else
source.
have a question?
Yes, there is a question in the type from Moizul Asar. How we can know the scope of any field in which we are interested? Okay. Let me give you some psychological tips. Close your eyes. This is maybe some psychologist may ask you to do this. Close your eyes. Remind yourself your previous life. कौन कौन सी चीज करते हुए आपको मजा आता है? आपको मैं असाइनमेंट दूं, आपको करते हुए मजा आएगा. If you like it, then you are good in writing. अगर आपको नहीं मजा आएगा तो then you are not good for writing. आपको कोई चीज बनाते हुए मजा आएगा, कोई चीज बनाते हुए आपको लगे कि यार ये बहुत अच्छी चीज बन रही है, वो चीज आपको इंटरेस्ट करेगी. जिस चीज को करने में आपको खुशी होती है, मजा आता है, वो चीज आपका इंटरेस्ट है. जो चीज आप कर सकते हैं वो आपकी स्किल है. Okay, there's another question from Tanveer Iqbal. Nowadays, there are so many courses available and different people think that we should do those courses instead of university education. Okay. Extra courses are only for two purposes. जो एक्स्ट्रा कोर्सेज यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफर करती हैं उसके दो पर्पस होते हैं. एक, स्टूडेंट्स को एक्स्ट्रा स्किल्स देना, जो कि यूनिवर्सिटी को लगता है कि इस वक्त बहुत रेलिवेंट है स्टूडेंट्स के लिए. फॉर यूनिवर्सिटीज ऑन ग्रोथ, यूनिवर्सिटी के अपनी डेवलपमेंट के लिए. ये पिछले बल्कि हिस्ट्री में भी यूनिवर्सिटी का जो मेन रोल है वो है कंट्री के डेवलपमेंट में, कंट्री की इकोनॉमिकल, सोशल, साइंटिफिक एंड पब्लिक डेवलपमेंट. इन जो हमारी कंट्री की सारी डेवलपमेंट है वो यूनिवर्सिटी से लिंक है, एंड यूनिवर्सिटीज आर पार्ट ऑफ दैट. यूनिवर्सिटीज आर पार्ट ऑफ दैट development in every country. So universities are trying to keep changing their structure so that they stay relevant to the development of the country. So extra courses are very relevant, they are very important, but you need to think if those courses are useful for you. For example, if there is a course on computer designing, your field is computer, you think you're going to work in computer field, so computer designing is a good course for you. But if you are if you are studying engineering, then you may be interested more in engineering designing than the computer designing. So you need to think and then decide for yourself what is best for you. As a student, what education or training do I need to fulfill my career goals? First, decide your career goals. What are your career goals? What do you want to become after finishing your university? Once you have your goals, then you need specific skills to achieve those goals. Once you achieve those, once you have acquired those skills, then you can get your career goals. So first, ask yourself, what are your career goals? Where do you want to see yourself after 5 years or 10 years? Okay, if you want to go to England for further studies, how can I do this? So for any foreign country, there are two ways to go there. That is my information, that is my knowledge. One is a scholarship, two, self-finance. For scholarships, this is good for students, but it's very competitive. Second is self. Self is maybe for selective people. Most students from without having a lot of resources, it is difficult for them, but it is less competitive than the scholarship. So you need to search scholarships in your specific field. In England, there are many universities in England. They are good. They are offering good information. They are offering good scholarships. They have scholarships for masters and PhDs. Most of the scholarships are for master and PhD students. They have some for bachelors. So for England, first thing you need to search scholarships available. There is a British Council working in Pakistan, in every country. British Council has their own scholarships, but most of the scholarships are for the students of their own schools or universities. But then each university has their own scholarship. They have a different national scholarships, university scholarships, and even professional scholarships. There are three types of scholarships. One, these are national scholarships from the national government, from the university's own scholarships. The third is from professor. They have specific projects. So they want graduate students with specific skills. So if you think you have those skills, you apply for the scholarship. And most probably if you have, it will be competitive. But if you have good skills, hopefully you will get it. The second is self. For the self, you just search courses online. Like every university, they have a website. This is one thing. Second, they have a very detailed information available on those websites about the courses, about the scholarships, about the fee, about the application procedure, and the requirements. If you are good enough to use these resources and apply. And if you think this is too much troublesome, then ask. There are a lot of agencies available. But again, I don't recommend any agency. I don't recommend any agency. I don't know any agencies in Pakistan. I don't know because I have never had experience with them. But there are some agencies. But the main thing is they will just help you to process your application. Visa, they will help you to process your visa, but their visa is not guaranteed. They will help you to prepare your documents. They will help you to prepare your they will help you to prepare some materials. If you can do it by yourself, you can save a lot of, you will get good experience, you will learn a lot of new things, and you will save a lot of money. If you ask an agency, you have good resources, you can give them money, they can help you process. But again, trustable and reliable. These are two things. Okay, Daniel has a question. What is the reason of diversion of interests? This is a common human behavior. We go to a specific field with our imagination, with our perceptions, with our knowledge, with our pre-level knowledge. When we enter into that company or profession or something, our experience in that profession is not really good, and we think maybe this is not suitable for me. This is one reason. One reason. Second, we don't know ourselves. This is the second reason. If we know ourselves, we understand our aims and goals and career, then we get better decisions. But if we don't know ourselves, we just randomly go somewhere. So there is most people in Pakistan, like old people, most of them give advice to their children. If you want to work, you need to be consistent on that work, and you need to stay on that work for as long as you can. Your success will not come in one day or 1 month or 1 year. Maybe for the first 3 years, you don't make a lot of money. But those 3 years will give you experience. knowledge about that field. The game, they will tell you how to play the game in that field. Once you become expert in that field, then your brain will help you to explore more in that field. So most of the companies, like startups, the early startups, entrepreneurs, they need ages to build relationship, build trust of people. And if you see the major big international firms, they spend a lot of money on winning people's trust, because they don't want to run their business for 2 days or 2 months. They want to run their business for ages. So they want to win their trust. So they spend a lot of money to win that trust. So if you start some job or some work, the first thing that you need is to learn about yourself, and then build a trust in yourself. This is a very important. Yeah, another question? I hope I could understand your question. Yeah, any questions? Any other? Someone says you should learn a tool instead of 4 years degree. What do you think? Is that okay? Okay, what is the aim of this 4 years degree? The 4 years degree gives you knowledge and practical skills, and a certificate that you have acquired those skills. So our 4 years bachelor's aim to give you specific skills and practical knowledge and theoretical knowledge, so that when you finish your university, you have basic knowledge about different concepts. You have different skills. And university's degree is a license that you have learned those skills at university. So some people say you need to learn skills. The university degree is a skill. This is one thing. The second thing, there is a debate about vocational education and the university education. Vocational education is very similar to this education, but there you get more practical knowledge than the theoretical knowledge. In university, you get more theoretical knowledge than practical knowledge. Both have their advantages and disadvantages. It depends on you what type of career you want to choose. If you want to go to repairing, you need to repair computers. You need to repair motorcycles. You need to work in automobile as a manufacturer, like you need to put different parts together. Vocational education is perfect for you. If you want to be a manager in company, if you want to work in bank, if you want to work in a good company, they need theoretical knowledge than the practical knowledge. So it depends what type of job do you want to choose after graduation. If you want to work in a bank, if you want to work in a good company, if you want to work for the university, if you want to work somewhere, they need a degree. They don't need a certificate diploma. But if you want to work for like a manufacturing industry, like you need to make mobiles. They give you different parts. You just use different tools to put them together, and then your mobile is ready. That is your, then you need a vocational education for that. You need a specific skills to learn for that. If you need to develop a software, you need a skill. You can get this skill from university. You can get this skill from the some training school, training lectures. So it depends on your aims and goals. Motivational speakers speak their ideas. They speak their thoughts. They don't speak your thoughts. I am speaking my thoughts. I am sharing my knowledge. So my thoughts can work for you, and my thoughts can go against you. Because you need to know what type of person you are. So you need to understand yourself first. And third is GPA. Okay. I personally think skills are more important than GPA. Your knowledge, your personal knowledge is, but you need to be aware, you need to be smart academically as well as practically. So you give exams to get a GPA, but you go to the classroom to learn new skills. So if you have these both together, you may think you are the perfect, but if it goes up here or here, then it will give you a little trouble, but it shouldn't be more than that. And different universities have different requirements for GPA. If you are trying to apply for England, different universities have different requirements for GPA. But believe me, GPA is just one part of your application. It's not all that you need. Good GPA doesn't mean you will get what you want, and bad GPA doesn't mean you won't get what you want. So that's why we say we need to take smart decisions. Okay, the mistake. What I find is they randomly search for jobs. They don't learn their own qualities. They don't learn themselves first. If they learn their own qualities, their own skills, their own abilities, then they can search a specific job for those professions. So you need to first understand yourself, then search for a job like country specific. One is country specific, that you need to first check which country you are going to apply. And then different countries have different job portals. Some in English, some in their native languages. So you need to search country-specific job portals and then read job descriptions very carefully. Their job description has everything that they want from employee. And the second thing is you need to have good, you need to write good CV and good cover letter. Cover letter is a summary of your personal skills and abilities. CV just tells them some background information, but cover letter is very important for international firms. Cover letter is a summary of your life and your abilities and your skills. And it's not very difficult. There are specific words that we use for specific explanations. For example, let me give you one example. You want to tell someone that your previous job. So you can say, I have worked at National Skills University for 5 years. This is a simple sentence. There is no problem with that sentence. But there are better ways to make it more effective and attractive. I have been appointed as a student relation manager at National Skills University. I have worked this. So this is a more explanation about it. It's just using different words in academic writing. So Shafiq, I hope this was helpful.
So any other question? So if there is no question, we can end up with our today's session. I would like to thank Mr. Dr. Azim for his nice and splendid talk about the career opportunities. I'm not sure about the students, but I have learned many things from his talk so far. What I have learned, I can discuss it later, but I really want to thank all of the participants over here and the students. Thank you very much. Thank you. So nice of you.
Yeah.
Assalam.
Thank you very much. You can reach me anytime on this email and Facebook page. Anytime you want to reach me, you can reach me. Thank you very much for your time, and hope to see you somewhere, sometime.